One day, a pilot is flying his airplane over the desert. Suddenly, boom, the plane breaks. The pilot must land in the hot, empty desert. There is no water. There are no people. Only sand everywhere. The next morning, the pilot hears a small voice. "Please, draw me a sheep." The pilot turns around. He sees a little boy. The boy has golden hair. He wears a long, funny coat. He is not afraid. He looks happy and calm. The pilot is surprised. "Who are you? Where did you come from?" he asks. The boy does not answer. He only repeats, "Please, draw me a sheep." The pilot is tired, but he draws a sheep. The boy shakes his head. "No, this one is too old." He draws another. "No, this one is too thin." The pilot is upset, so he draws a box. "This is a box. Your sheep is inside." The boy's eyes shine. "Yes, that is perfect." The pilot laughs. This little boy is strange but fun. They sit together in the desert, under the hot sun. The boy tells the pilot, "I am not from Earth. I came from a tiny planet far away. I have one rose. I have 3 volcanoes. I clean them every week. I am a little prince." The pilot listens with wide eyes. A prince from another planet? A rose? Volcanoes? It sounds crazy, but the boy speaks with a soft, serious voice. The pilot feels this is real. They become friends. Every day, while fixing the airplane, the pilot talks with the little prince. The boy asks many questions. Why are grown-ups so strange? Why do they like numbers more than stars? Why do they forget to play? The pilot smiles. This little boy is different. He is curious, kind, and full of wonder. The pilot feels happy, even in the lonely desert, because the little prince brings joy and energy. After leaving his tiny planet, the little prince begins a journey through space. He travels from one small planet to another. Each planet has only one person. Each person is strange. Each person teaches him something about life. On the first planet, the little prince meets a king. The king sits on a big, empty throne. He is very proud. He likes to give orders, even when no one is there to listen. He says, "I am the ruler of everything." The little prince feels confused. What is the use of a king when there are no people? He thinks. On the next planet, he meets a vain man. This man only wants to hear compliments. He says, "Clap your hands for me. Tell me I am the best." The little prince claps. but soon feels bored. Adults are very strange, he whispers. Then he visits a planet with a drunkard. The drunkard drinks to forget. The prince asks, "Why do you drink?" The drunkard answers, "To forget I am ashamed, because I drink." The little prince feels sad and quietly leaves. On another planet, he meets a businessman. The man is busy counting stars with a calculator. "I own all the stars," he says proudly. The little prince asks, "What do you do with them?" The man says, "I count them again and again. I am rich." The prince shakes his head. Grown-ups really don't understand, he thinks. Next, the little prince meets a lamplighter. The lamplighter must light a lamp and then turn it off every minute because the planet spins so fast. The man is tired but works hard. The little prince likes him because he is the only adult who thinks of something other than himself. Finally, he meets a geographer. The geographer writes about mountains and rivers, but has never seen them. He says, "I only write. I need explorers to see for me." He tells the little prince, "Visit the planet Earth. It is big and interesting." The little prince looks at the stars and whispers, "Adults are so busy with silly things. But maybe Earth will teach me something new." And so, he begins his journey to our planet. When the little prince arrives on Earth, he first sees a beautiful garden full of roses. He is surprised. On his tiny planet, he has only one rose, and she always said, "I am the only one in the world." But here, there are hundreds of roses, all just as beautiful. The little prince feels sad. "My rose is not so special. She is just one of many," he whispers. He sits down and begins to cry. Then he hears a voice. "Hello, who are you?" A fox appears, watching him from behind a tree. The little prince wipes his tears. "I am the little prince. I am lonely." The fox smiles and says, "I can be your friend, but first, you must tame me." The little prince tilts his head. "What does tame mean?" The fox explains, "It means to create a bond. If you tame me, we will need each other. You will be special to me, and I will be special to you. Then, when you look at the stars or the fields, you will remember me, and I will remember you." The little prince spends many days with the fox. They sit in the grass, talk, and watch the wind move through the wheat fields. Slowly, they become friends. The little prince learns something important. It is only with the heart that one can see clearly. What is essential is invisible to the eyes. Before the prince leaves, the fox says, "Your rose is still the most special, not because she is the only one, but because you cared for her, you watered her, and you loved her. That is what makes her unique." The little prince finally smiles. He understands love and friendship in a new way. He whispers, "My rose is special because she is my rose." The little prince stays with the pilot for many days. Together, they fix the broken airplane. But every day, the little prince looks at the stars and grows quiet. He misses his rose. He knows it is time to go back to his tiny planet. One night, the little prince tells the pilot, "Tomorrow, I will leave. I will return to my rose. I must take care of her. She needs me." The pilot feels sad. "I will miss you. You changed how I see the world." The little prince smiles softly. "Look at the stars at night. I will be laughing on one of them. When you hear laughter in the stars, you will know it is me." And next day, the little prince walks alone into the desert. The pilot watches him disappear into the horizon. The wind blows softly. The desert is quiet. Later, the pilot flies home. Every night, he looks at the stars. Sometimes he thinks he hears a laugh. He smiles, remembering the boy with golden hair, his questions, his rose, and his fox. The story teaches us something important: the things that truly matter. Love, friendship, and caring for others cannot be seen with our eyes. They can only be felt with the heart.